So around 7:30 tonight, our officers responded to the 600 block of 600 block of Thurston Road behind me here for the report of a male breaking into cars, going through driveways, suspicious individual type call. When they responded here, they located the male on Ernestine Street. When they located the male, at some point shots were fired. At least 2 officers are involved in firing shots. The suspect, a male in his 30s, tentatively identified as male in his 30s, was struck at least once. Despite immediate life-saving efforts by the officers involved, the ambulance, the fire department, that male has been declared deceased here at the scene. We're in the preliminary stages. What I can say that also with the male is that a handgun was located on the ground next to him. So we're working our way through. We haven't reviewed the body-worn camera footage yet, so we're working our way through. We still need to look at the body camera footage. We're working, our technicians, our detectives are out here looking for witnesses, looking for any video, looking for anybody that has any information on what occurred here. But I can say preliminarily in our attempt to find witnesses is we do have at least one, my understanding is multiple witnesses. Again, preliminarily, they're saying that they heard the officers giving directions to drop the gun. But again, we're still working our way through. That's very tentative. So I know I don't have a ton of information, but again, to recap, suspicious call for a male looking into cars, breaking into cars. Officers encountered him. There's shots fired. The male is in his 30s, is deceased at the scene with a handgun on the ground next to him. We're going to work our way through. Our next steps are to, once no officers are injured. So once we've, the officers' wellness, obviously we have to take priority here. Once we make sure the officers are okay, they're able to get with their representation, we'll start getting a fuller picture of what occurred, as well as once we're able to get their body cameras, get those docked and uploaded, and we're able to start reviewing body camera, we'll have a much better picture of what occurred. Normally I wouldn't do this so quickly with such basic information, but my understanding is there's been some rumors going around of possibly an 8 or a 10-year-old involved, and I wanted to make sure that we dispel that very, very, very quickly. There's no children involved here. Again, the suspect that is deceased at the scene is male, and he's going to be in his upper 30s, is our tentative ID of him. I can definitively say, although that's a tentative ID, I've seen him, and I can definitively say he is not a child.
Captain Bello, how did this response begin? Was it just a citizen complaint for someone looking through cars suspiciously?
Yeah, so part of what we're going to do is go back and listen to the 911 calls, but my understanding is that they were called here for the report of a suspicious male looking into cars, and they were given a description, and they located said male. And then at some point, whether he pulled a handgun out or he had a handgun on him, there's a handgun laying next to him. So obviously the officers worked their way through whatever threat that they felt, but we have to go back and obviously go through all of that. So where we are now is, so there's multiple investigations that occur now. So our professional standards section is here. They conduct an internal investigation, make sure all of our policies, all of our procedures, all of that were followed. The major crimes section is here, and then as well as at the Attorney General's office, we'll be conducting a criminal investigation into it, as they always do, as is law whenever our actions cause somebody's death.
Just to confirm, Captain Bello, there's only one suspect involved here?
That is correct.
Okay, and then a gun was located next to him, but we don't know if how he ended up shot and dead on the floor, on the ground.
Well, the officers shot him. That's where, yes, the officers shot him. And that's what, the circumstances of what led to them shooting him. Obviously, there's a gun right there, but I don't have, without reviewing their body camera footage and interviewing them, I don't have a full picture of what occurred. But again, I wanted to get out as quickly as I could, just because I'm getting multiple calls that there is a young child involved, and we want to be very clear that that is not the case.
Yes, thank you. We got multiple calls that an officer and a 10-year-old was involved.
Yes,
so
and no officers are injured in this. Okay.
I know that you said that there were a lot of rumors going around, a lot of emotions going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe any words for the public at this point?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, transparency is our number one thing. So we want to make sure that our officers out there, somebody lost their life today. And our job is to make sure that we did everything we were supposed to do, and to ensure that all of our policies, procedures, laws of New York State, our officers are certainly able to defend themselves under New York State penal law. They're able to defend others. And again, we've got some preliminary indications, but until we work our way through, and that's our job, is to be objective and be as transparent and fair with our community as we can. And that's why we wanted to get out here, dispel the rumors that are online, but at the same time, we do have a male that's deceased here, and we owe it to the public to make sure that we do a fair a thorough investigation. A third-party agency, the New York State Attorney General's office, will be investigating this. So we want to make sure that everybody knows that we are looking into this and are investigating this thoroughly. And that's why I can't, I don't have a ton of information I give now, because I only give information that is verified, that is 100% true. And so until I can learn more information, I'm not going to give any more. But obviously, we're going to update everybody as quickly as we can throughout the night, as much as we can.
And how many officers are involved here, Captain Bello?
Still working through that. My understanding is 2, but again, it's still working on it.
And how are they?
So I haven't spoken to them yet. They're with their representation. My understanding is that obviously anytime you're involved in a situation like this, it's a traumatic incident, and so their wellness is a priority for us, as well as the wellness of other people involved as well, people that witnesses, family of the deceased individual. This is a lot going on, and mental health and wellness is a huge concern for us all the way around. And so that's where we're working with our person in crisis team, with victims advocates, that sort of thing, all the different ways around to make sure that everybody's okay.
And lastly,
as much
just
as
to
we
be,
can be.
sorry, say that last part again.
That everybody's as okay as they can be.
And lastly, can you just repeat, where exactly did this happen? Was it in the street?
On Ernestine Street, maybe 1 or 2 houses in on Ernestine Street.
Like on someone's property, in the driveway, garage, or
in the street.
There's multiple witnesses you said involved in this. I mean, how are they doing? I mean, they witnessed something pretty
I'm not sure. I
traumatic.
haven't spoken with the witnesses, but I can imagine seeing something like this is a traumatic incident. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you. And again, we'll update everybody as much as we can as this goes on. Did you have one more?
Just this blockage of street right now, where is it from and how long is it going to last?
So we're closed from here, I believe, up to Flanders. And it's going to be closed for the foreseeable future quite a bit throughout the night.